Kick it off.
Don't worry. God damn it, Tim.
Ruins everything. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther. Coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We've got a awesome show for you here on episode number 79. We've got Tina and Gregg with us from Panther City Strength. Say hey.
They're going to wave.
They're waving.
Hello.
For those that are listening on the podcast, they're waving
Oh my God.
erratically.
Hello. I'm Tina.
Perfect. That's great. And Gregg's got
I don't
nothing
understand why you can't hear me when I wave.
I don't know what to do with my hand.
We don't do sign language here?
No.
Okay.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Stark.
And we are
The Funky Panther!
That's smoother than last time.
Yeah.
It works.
You didn't skip Stark.
We are so glad to have y'all on the podcast. It's also very tight in here, so we apologize for the craziness. It's not a big room. Like, the studio's not a big room.
We fit.
Yeah, I mean, it works, right?
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's okay.
We got beers.
The best thing are
Yeah,
small
beers.
packages.
True, I get that a lot.
We're also very large people. So that doesn't help.
This room doesn't work for me.
In the best kind of way.
I barely fit in the door.
Gotta walk in sideways.
Yeah.
So, Tina, Gregg, thank you for coming on the show, and thank you for taking care of us on Saturday. For those of you that don't know, we went over to Panther City Strength, which we'll get into why that's a big deal, but we went over to their gym at off Camp Bowie, Panther City Strength, and they just kicked our asses. They just legit put us through the ringer, and it was the best. Like, it was actually so much fun.
I don't know if we took care of you. That's probably not the right set of words.
What? I mean, what?
We hurt you.
Well, yeah,
It was the best kind of hurt, though.
but it definitely was
Yeah,
the
it felt
best kind of
great.
hurt.
Second best kind of hurt.
And so we'll get into our experience as well, but we usually like to start off kind of getting to know you both a little bit by doing something that we call the Funky Five. So
Okay.
we're going to do it we'll just do one question at a time, and then we'll start with Tina and then go to Gregg each time. That work?
Okay.
Okay.
Do it.
So let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay, so number one. So
Yeah.
these will be quick fire. So
Okay.
if I was to say your favorite color,
Red.
Gregg?
Black.
Okay, see, that was pretty good. That was great. Red and black, my favorite color combination. Just
Yeah, it's a
just in
good
case you want to know for the future.
No one
paintings.
cares. No one
You're
cares.
gonna- no one gives a shit. All right, so question number one: what is your favorite Fort Worth or local restaurant?
I like Brick's Barbecue.
Ooh, that's a good one.
wow.
That is a really good one.
That's
And that was
not what
quick
I
as hell,
expected.
too.
Yeah.
like finger licking good.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 100%. I got the
That guy,
chills.
he's a child with a smoker. I love him. He's a great guy. But you're just making shit up now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why
totally.
not?
Totally.
I mean, and then you can go across the street and go to Hot Fusion, and
Yeah.
we've done that a couple of times. We just grab the food, go grab some beers. It's like
Yeah.
the best combination
He
ever.
lives in our apartment complex.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh
the guy
shit.
who owns Hot Fusion. Yeah.
Shout out, Matt.
Hey,
Oh,
Matt.
yeah.
Thanks,
He
Matt.
used to live at my apartment complex. We lived off the river, and he lived right above us.
Oh,
Yeah.
small world.
world.
Yeah, very small world. Where? Well, yeah, we'll do
We'll
it.
get
off-
into that.
Yeah.
Where do you
Thanks,
live?
Matt.
What number? What apartment number?
We need your social security numbers and
Right. No
next
big
to
deal.
kin.
All right, Gregg, your turn. Local restaurant.
Bearded lady.
Wow.
Oh, that's another good one.
Yeah, we love them too.
Yeah, Shannon's.
I've been going to the Bearded Lady since it was in that little tiny house.
Same.
So
Oh.
I got history there. I used to buy those. They used to have this thing where you could buy the kitchen a round of beers.
Oh
and
yeah.
I would drink like 5 beers, and I would buy them all beers, and then they would yell at you. They would cheer, and it
Yeah.
was super cool. I don't know.
I love
It
that
was
kind
such
of
a-
stuff.
Yeah, it's such a good time.
Whenever local spots do that, I mean, that's the best thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
for them,
vibe.
anybody. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
good vibes.
I do miss the house though. I mean, I love their
Yeah.
location and like the big patio and everything, but the house just had a certain vibe, right?
Have you been there since? Like what it is now?
We did. So it's what? What is
no,
it?
it's
The Rattler.
Rampart.
Rattler. The Rattler.
Rattler.
Yeah. We went. I've been twice. What do y'all think?
It's okay. It's
I
good.
like their cheese curds.
Yeah.
They do have good cheese curds.
and they have Steins. Which
That's
Yes.
true. That is true.
I do like
So
a
they've got
Stein.
really good beer selection, good German beer. The food is good, like German bar food. You know what I mean? But
right,
it's
yeah.
nothing crazy. Like I expected like bearded lady food. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
They're
different.
standard.
Yeah.
Like Bearded Lady is a whole standard. I
Yeah,
feel like.
for sure.
elevate that shit.
You listen, you hear us, Rattler?
Yeah,
Elevate your shit.
they're a long-time listener.
Of course.
The Rattler?
Yeah,
We
the
love you.
Rattler. The Rattler.
The
love you.
Rattler himself.
All right, question
First
number 2. Favorite drinking spot?
Oh, I like Southside Cellar.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yes.
That's a good.
She
You
gets
know,
all
we
the
like
good
that.
ones.
Well, that's why I go first. That's a good spot.
It is a very good spot. I always forget about it though. Like we used to hit up Taps and Caps on Camp Bowie all the time, and then they just disappeared. And like Southside Cellar is just as good. Actually, it's a better spot. It really is. Like it's a more quaint location and everything like that.
It's a great place to
Forget
chill.
about it. I don't
Great
know.
place. It's very,
Yeah.
very comfy.
It's a living
Cozy.
room.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a living room, and everybody like knows your name there.
Yeah.
and
It's
Sit
like
on the
cheers.
couch.
Cheers.
It's and the vibe is just legit.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's great,
absolutely.
yeah.
Have y'all been to the beer vault in the back?
Yes.
I love that.
I love
it's like,
it.
what do you have in the vault?
Yeah. It's like a surprise.
Every time. Yeah.
Stepping back in beer history.
Yeah, Chad and Tim are huge beer connoisseurs.
Carnosaurs.
Connoisseurs.
We're like carnies, but also beer connoisseurs.
I feel like I've stepped away from the beer, and I'm more on spirits now. I think.
Yeah, I'm drinking a fucking banquet. So
You
I don't know.
got a
There's
yellow
nothing
belly.
wrong with that. There's nothing.
No,
I've been watching Cobra Kai, and the guy only drinks.
Yes.
I was like, man, those are good. I forget how good they
And look
are.
at how good he's doing. in
Right,
life,
right. So
He's
I'm gonna pick up
successful.
karate here pretty soon. I'm
right.
pretty sure.
Would
So.
be a big deal.
All right, Greg, your turn. Favorite drinking spot?
Maple Branch, 100%.
Ooh.
100%.
That's
the
good.
patio is amazing. The pretzels
Yeah.
are delicious. We had them on a couple months back.
Yeah.
It was about a year ago now.
Has it been a year?
It's almost
Oh
been
my
a year.
God.
It's been crazy. Yeah.
We
Those-
did our not engagement or not. What do you call it?
Not.
We almost got married there.
Not a rehersal dinner.
Not a
is what we
rehearsal
called
dinner.
it.
We
Oh
just
my
didn't do a
God.
And we
rehearsal.
just had it there. Yeah. We
Yeah.
just.
That's so. That would have been
Yeah.
so cool if y'all got married over there.
We got married at Tulips.
We got married at Tulips.
Oh
so.
fucking A!
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That is so fucking
Yeah.
cool.
That is cool.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks,
we love you.
Jason.
I think I met him on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Good
Yeah.
guy. Did he hug you?
Curly hair.
Did he hug you?
Curly
Yeah,
hair?
yeah, yeah.
He didn't, but he did tell me to get a drink, and I drank it, and it was delicious.
That
When he
sounds
shook
right.
your hand, did
Yeah.
he put his other hand on top of it?
No,
Oh, okay.
He didn't even shake my hand.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, you
go
didn't
back.
get the full experience.
I'm gonna have to go back. DJ and my friends DJ and Steph know him, and they were because Tony Green was they did a podcast over there on
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I ran into Teresa over there, and I didn't know they did that. I would love to do that. I'd love to record live at Tulips.
Yeah, it'd be neat. We did Nickel City one
Yeah,
time.
we did Nicholas City.
We did.
Oh man. Okay. So Nickel City is like, I want to put an asterisk there because that's also one of my favorite places. But it's only my favorite place if I'm gonna get drunk.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, well, that's not true because it's very Midwestern, and I'm a Midwestern boy. I mean, we haven't got there, but I love it there. Like it's just, it feels like home to me.
That's
Yeah.
and that's a good segue. We're still back on the Funky Five, but I
Sure-
mean,
sure we
it
are.
looks like an
This
old,
is what Javier does.
It looks
Yeah,
like an old timey northern bar.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
I get the vibe. Whenever
Yes.
you walk in there, you see like
Absolutely.
the old signs and the old style. There's an old style.
It does
sign
remind
there.
me of that bar we went to in Billings.
Oh yeah, in Montana.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
reminds
I
me
love
of that. Yeah.
I love that vibe.
Forgot
The
about that
aesthetic's
place.
legit.
Every bar outside of Chicago looks exactly like that. Every one of them. And I really appreciate their dedication to Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like they go harder and harder each year.
Yeah.
There's going to be a level where they just have to wrap the whole fucking thing like like a present.
Joke's on you.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it next.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, we love
Santa's
that
going
place.
to jump out behind the bar every.
You order the special shot of the day, and he just jumps out and throws gifts at you.
Serves it to you shirtless. I
Yeah.
don't know. It could happen.
Oh yeah.
Are you trying to say you're gonna want to be Santa for Nickel City next year?
Yes.
All right, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here, folks, ladies and gentlemen.
Shirtless Santa.
Success. I'm surprised we haven't run into y'all anywhere because we are like we don't go out all the time, but when
Yeah.
we do, it's usually South Main. It sounds like that's like y'all's spot too, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been kind of busy
Oh yeah, what?
opening a gym.
Oh yeah, no
Yeah.
big deal. Whatever.
No, we
Sob
hang
stories.
out. We do cool things.
It sounds like it. I mean,
Yeah.
all the places that you're choosing so
Right.
far, I mean, they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. So, question number 3: favorite local musician.
Oh.
I have a great.
Like, do they still have to be local?
Like,
I mean,
Are
they
they
could
like-
have originated from
That's
here.
fair.
are they
That's
your
fair.
local?
Can it be Leon?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, of
absolutely.
course.
Okay, it's Leon.
He still has a house here, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he still lives here. Yeah.
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 Okay, that's a good one.
Super chill guy
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super chill. He'll, like shake your hand. I know he doesn't remember that, but you shook my hand once.
Oh,
so.
I like Tony. What's his last
Tony. Yeah,
The one
Tony
who
Green.
sang at our. No.
Oh.
The one
Not
who
Tony
sang at our
Green.
wedding. I don't know. His
We
last
love you,
name.
Tony. We don't remember your last name.
He's
though.
the beer peddler.
We-
Beer peddler.
still-
we always
love
drink
you.
a lot. We always drink a lot. Pooh Life Crew.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I love Pooh Life Crew.
Man,
They-
we used to see them all the time.
They're a good time.
Yeah.
So this is a real story. I'm not joking. And maybe it's not that funny. I think it's hilarious. So in my old house, I wake up one day and there's a pug in my yard, and I'm like, look at this fucking pug. Like a super cool pug, right?
Yeah.
Kind of old. And I bring it inside and I call the phone number, and this guy shows up with a Pooh Life Crew hat on, and it's early. It's like 8:00 in the morning.
Right.
He pulls up in a minivan, which fantastic. Big mustache. Love this guy already. Right? I'm like, I have your stupid pug in my house, right? And he's like, I'm like, you look really fucking familiar. He's a drummer for Pooh Life Crew. He lives right up the street from me. I'm like, I thought it was cool.
I got your dog,
Yeah, I
so
got
you're
your
welcome.
dog, man.
Remember that.
Yeah.
When I come to see you, I
Yeah, I
want,
know. Like we talked, it was real awkward. But they did many years ago. They played all the music from Top Gun, front to back, the whole movie in one like 15-minute. It was fantastic.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
I was also probably drunk then, so, but it was really
like
good. I
15
really
minutes.
loved
I
it.
think every time I've seen Pooh Life Crew, I've been
Yeah, that
kind of
seems to
drunk.
be the consensus when you watch Pooh Life Crew or listen to them. Yeah.
They also have a great bumper sticker.
They do.
they?
Yeah, they do.
Great bumper sticker.
You never see it?
No.
It's like a guy shoveling.
Oh. Nice.
They've
It looks
had
like
that.
a warning sign.
They've had that for shit as long as I've been listening to them, and that was like Spencer's Corner days.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably the last time I saw him was like Spencer's Corner.
No, we've seen them elsewhere, but
Okay.
Yeah, we've
we were
seen
just
them.
pretty drunk.
Man, they play. I feel like they played at like Arts Goggle one year.
Yeah.
They set up at the
you're
end.
right.
Yeah,
You're
so.
right. So it's been a few years, yeah. All right. Question numero cuatro. Favorite podcast?
Of
It
like,
doesn't have to be
local.
No,
Oh,
any,
no,
any
any-
podcast.
Any
yeah.
podcast and why?
No
Man.
skips.
Oh yeah.
What's
this-
that one about?
It's
Do
these.
you like hip hop?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
love
Oh
hip-hop.
my
Have you
god,
guys-
where have you
Oh
been?
my gosh. Okay, it's these two guys.
Here. I've been here.
They dissect like the greatest hip hop albums.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord,
and
have
so
mercy.
like they go through and they like pick like best song, best like lyric, like through the whole album. They're just I don't know, man. You just gotta listen to one episode.
Well, you got
Okay.
Javier hooked already.
what's your favorite hip hop album
oh.
or record? What's your favorite record, or what's your favorite hip hop song?
Or artist.
Or artist?
Artist and song.
I just took
Artist and
over.
song.
Okay.
This is my podcast now.
I'm the guy
I don't think
that-
anyone's going to stop you, bud.
You know who I can never get tired of listening to?
Hmm.
I don't want to say, but it's Kanye.
That's
Really?
everybody.
Oh,
my
it's not,
Come
it's
on.
not. I mean,
okay.
it's not bad.
That's mine.
I'll take Kanye up until Yeezus. No, I love Kanye.
I like
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah, I met Kanye.
Really?
Yeah, I need to have a picture of that
Here in Fort Worth.
I
I
like
met him here in Fort Worth.
Oh,
him.
he took it down. He had a shoe.
Josh Weathers was great.
Yeah, he got
too.
Kanye to sign
Yeah,
one of
he
his
signed
shoes.
one of my
Yeah.
Yeezys.
Yeah.
Andre.
Yeah, Andre
Yeah.
3K.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Lupe.
Lupe, I love Lupe.
Kid
Yeah.
Cudi.
Fucking kid. Oh
I've
yeah.
seen Kid Cudi
yeah.
every time he's coming to Fort Worth
Yeah.
or Dallas.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Like I can always listen to them.
I saw Lupe. I think I was as far as from me to you. I was up in the very front at the House of Blues for the Cool when he released the Cool.
Yeah.
And I love that. Food and Liquor is my favorite album though from Lupe. But I
Okay.
totally love it. Mine, Greg. Who's your favorite hip hop?
Well, backtrack. He never got to the podcast yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
your favorite
oops.
podcast. You start like jumping ahead.
Man, I consume a lot of podcasts. I love Ryan Holiday and the Daily Stoic. Not to bring that up. Okay,
What is that?
nobody knows what that
Enlighten
is.
me. No, no, no.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
It's kind of
Rewind.
yeah, yeah. Okay. I listen to a lot of NPR stuff, like smart stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I try to be
Like
smart.
smarts.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Well, and then I listen to like Last Podcast on the Left too, which that's inherently pretty stupid.
Let me just throw one out here. We were told about one by our friend Mikey.
Oh,
Riojas.
Cumtown?
Cumtown.
Come down. It's very funny.
Yeah, just look it up.
Yeah.
There's one called Shit Town.
Yeah,
There is one called S Town.
S-Town.
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 Yeah,
Well,
so this-
you know, the NPR. They
Yeah.
can't
this
do
one
shit.
is straight up. It's three comedians, and it's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I thought we were ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is just like us to like the 10th.
It's like they do not care
Yeah.
about anything.
No.
Nothing
Yeah.
matters.
cancel culture does not exist
No,
with them.
not
That's
at all.
fine.
I mean,
That-
it would probably help them, honestly.
Yeah, on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Armchair
pretty funny.
Expert's pretty good with Dak Shepard.
Oh, yeah,
If you
yeah.
listen to that one? Yeah.
Have you checked out Steve-O's?
No,
His Wild Ride.
But I will.
Yeah,
It's very good.
Steve-O Wild Ride.
Really?
Very informative, too.
It's actually really entertaining to watch because he does YouTube as well.
Yeah.
And they do short clips so you can like digest it in like small bits. Really good to watch.
I was waving at my buddy Nick.
We're waving.
We're
by the
waving at
way.
the camera
We're
now.
waving. This is a podcast. I learned that today.
Do you listen to Snap Judgment?
I do. I love. We've seen Snap Judgment in person.
No fucking way. Whenever it was over here live,
Yeah,
that's very
Dallas,
cool.
yeah.
in Dallas. That was one of our first dates,
That
actually.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Y'all are
I
fucking
loved
awesome
it.
people.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snap the Moth. Like, I love all the good storytelling.
My favorite one is the one with Jay Dilla, where some guy found all of his old B-side tracks, and they didn't know what to do with them, so they gifted it to Jay Dilla's mom because he had already passed by the time. They found all his tapes and cassettes, but I thought it was very, very awesome.
Another
Narrations.
totally worth mentioning is Criminal. So there's all the crime podcasts. It's all murder, right? It's all real serious. And everything.
Right.
Criminal is not that. It's all ridiculous shit people have done that's illegal. And then they tell a whole story about it and everything, and it's just really freaking great. Some of it gets a little dark. Like some people got kidnapped for 48 hours and held ransom, and they went through all that. But it's ridiculous that this stuff actually happened.
They tried to kidnap my grandpa in Mexico, but he killed one of the guys.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
logical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandpa's.
What other secrets you want to tell us?
That's all I'm going to tell tonight.
Okay.
Wow, that's interesting.
So don't fuck with us, Grandpa.
Oh, he's already dead. God, rest in peace, Grandpa.
Oh.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he could come back.
He probably could.
Yeah.
He would. I wish. It'd be cool. I mean, I miss him.
You know what you're talking about? Yeah. You're,
Okay, so we got one more question, right?
One more question, but you mentioned Kid Cudi, and I was
Yeah.
thinking about it last week. We were talking about albums, like how shitty albums have been over the past 2 years. Like since COVID started, there hasn't really been any great music. I
Yeah.
completely forgot about Kid Cudi's album. It was at the end of 2020, and that was pretty good.
That was solid.
It wasn't great, but it was definitely better than his previous one or two. It was pretty good. That was a good one.
Hey, just to touch on that real quick, I'm not going to read this whole article, but it was one of the things I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
So there's articles being written like this one's read about the dominance of old music over new music. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it's a thing. This was January 31st, 2022. So
Yeah.
Last week we were talking about how old music is really taking over, and new music is just 30% of the market now. Everyone's listening to old music.
Yeah.
Which is cool because some of the sounds are starting to come back to the Weeknd's new album. She wasn't a
Yes.
huge fan.
Yeah.
I really liked it, but it's and he's been into that synth wave stuff
Right.
recently. I'm a child of the 80s. I love that shit. It's
Yeah.
so good.
I wonder if that's why I've been getting into it again.
probably.
Probably, right?
Yeah,
I'm a
it
huge
remi-
Weekend fan.
Yeah.
Well,
and
and then-
I've been listening to New Wave a lot recently.
He cuts in the commercial stuff into it. It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
good.
I'm pretty sure that Jim Carrey is on. He's
He
doing
is.
a lot of the
He is,
voiceover,
yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
No way.
Yeah.
Like the actual Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yes.
No
yeah.
fucking
That's
way.
wild.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I feel like I need to be
We need to
very.
re-listen to it.
I need to be very. Adjusted.
Are you like me? You have to listen to an album a couple of times to actually
100%.
love it.
Yeah.
I did that with my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy
Oh,
Yeah.
because at first I told him
Yes. we
I'm
both
like,
were just we wanted to like it, but we didn't at first.
yeah.
Just keep listening to it.
No Skips dissects that one.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's cool because
Yeah.
they lay out where the music industry is in that
Mhm.
at that time, what songs were popular, what was happening, and stuff.
Damn, that sounds interesting.
It's
Well,
pretty good.
The Kendrick episode is
oh
the
my
best
God,
episode.
you fucking had to
They-
say Kendrick.
Well, they do
Yeah.
New
Oh.
Kid, Bad City, and
Yeah.
holy shit, is it good?
Can you believe that Macklemore and Ryan Lewis actually won Best Rap Album whenever Good Kid, Mad City
No.
and Drake's album was it Take Care?
Yeah.
yeah.
Kendrick, Jay-Z, they all lost to him.
I mean,
That's-
Macklemore deserved it. You know what I mean?
Macklemore's super cool.
the look on your face.
On whose face?
Well, he's
You're,
Mine?
it kind of dropped a little
She's
like,
like,
what
"This
the
bitch."
fuck?
No, I'm just assessing what his body is saying as he says.
Is he
that.
joking or is he
Yeah,
not
no,
joking?
that's really how I was it's fucking with me.
Well, I mean, he's got to go thrift shopping.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody else could make that coat look like that.
no.
That's
No.
true.
Yeah, no.
That is
No.
true.
Hey, and Macklemore got a guy off.
Gross.
Hey,
Whatever floats his boat.
Yeah, he got a guy out of prison for attempted murder, and the guy didn't do it. There's a podcast about it.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Not attempted murder. No, actual murder.
Oh Lord.
Not even a successful murder,
Wow.
unfortunately.
That's crazy.
Thank you for. I'm going to listen to that. I'm gonna
Okay.
listen to
It's
that.
so
Yes.
good.
All right,
Fuck,
fifth
man.
question. Longest Funky Five of all time.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so
Sorry.
I love it.
no,
I
it's
love
not.
it.
It's not you. I'm gonna blame Javier every single time.
It always is, and it's always
Um,
about hip hop.
So, if you are flipping through the channels on TV, just say you're doing that, right?
Okay.
And a movie pops up. It could be halfway through the movie, but you're like, well, shit, I'm gonna watch the rest of this movie. There's nothing else I can do. I have to watch this movie. What movie is it?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
Like
Harry Potter.
Like any of them?
One of the earlier ones.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Goblet
the
of Fire.
kid ones, not the darker ones.
Yeah, I was just those ones that they just get me like in a. I feel like I want to sink into the couch.
Yeah,
That's
You
awesome.
know.
yeah, I got you.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
There's really two subcategories here. There's
Okay.
like really good bad movies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That you have to finish, like Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I strolled along and I saw Jay and Silent Bob, I have to watch the rest of it.
Right,
Any of them.
right.
And then there's like good movies like Lord of the Rings or I don't know, The Matrix or not the new one.
Did you not like the new one?
No.
Oh,
I haven't
It was-
watched it yet.
It was sort of like they parodied The Matrix.
it is.
Oh,
It really
man.
is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 I
Like with
liked it
the-
better than 3 though. Like I hated
Yeah,
3.
3 was a stretch.
And this kind of like wrapped it all back in together, and it just kind of made you, I don't know, bring it all back. You know what I mean? Like even though
Yeah.
I watched the first 3 before I watched it, kind of brought it all back for me, and I don't know, I kind of liked it.
There's too many cutscenes.
Yeah.
There was a
yeah.
ton. I said
Too
that
much.
too.
Bullet
much.
time.
I said that
Yeah.
to you.
Bullet time, Yeah.
Too
Yeah,
many
Too many
cutscenes.
cutscenes. Too many cutscenes.
Yeah.
There's a movie, Master and Commander. Or something about-
Oh,
about
with
boats.
Yeah, yeah.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
That's a long ass movie.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I hear it's really good,
never
and
watched
I've
it.
wanted to watch it.
It is really good.
It's an investment.
Like how long is long
It's
on
like
this
2.5.
movie?
Yeah,
Okay.
2.5 hours. I
That's
think.
about a
That's
normal movie,
standard.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
it was like a 5-hour
Yeah.
movie
No,
about boats. I can't really
was that-
get into it.
Was that the movie that there was one I remember going to see in the theaters, and I thought it was Master and Commander, but it might be a different one. That they actually had an intermission.
Titanic.
No,
Yeah,
Titanic's long too.
Was a
Yeah.
boat movie
Titanic
with
was
an
the first
intermission.
pair.
That was the
pair of
first
tits.
pair for me too.
Yeah.
It was. It
We were
really
talking
was.
about that earlier. Those of you.
Yes.
First pair of boobies you ever
Yeah,
saw
Tim
in a
forgot
movie.
to start to record.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just waving at anyone who comments.
Other people love Harry Potter. Vanya loves Harry Potter.
All right. Well, y'all successfully completed the Funky Five.
Yay.
Thank you. I feel like we know you just a little bit better, right?
Play the
Yeah.
kids, Tim. Play the kids.
Man, I have to find the kids.
Oh my
God
God,
damn
you're
it.
failing so hard today.
I'm sorry.
Everyone else is doing great. Stark's doing a
Amateur
phenomenal
hour.
job. Javier's okay,
Jesus.
you know, and here you are.
What does Stark do?
He's the intern.
He's flipping through
I do
video.
this.
Look at that.
Okay.
See, there he
Good
is.
job.
Press buttons.
You're doing a great job.
Are you guys on TikTok?
We love TikTok.
Yeah.
Bitch, you're doing a good job. That's what I
The kids showed up. I'm sorry.
There they are. A little late, but yes, that was a good one. All right.
Hold on. Are y'all excited
Oh,
about the
God
Super Bowl
damn it.
performance? Like it's going to be all of what Kendrick, Eminem, Dr. Dre.
Don't
Mary
ruin
J.
it.
Blige,
Don't
Snoop
ruin
Dogg.
it. Don't ruin it.
Yeah, please
Don't
don't.
ruin it.
Please don't.
Everybody's getting. I saw TikTok like all the white suburban dads are brushing up on their Seawalk skills.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen those TikToks.
That's great. All right, so now that we've got through that, let's get to know you for real. Like, why don't you both tell us a little bit about yourselves? Whoever wants to go first, maybe talk about yourselves and then how y'all met, and then we'll get into the gym. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So, who
I've
wants
been
to go
going first, so you go first.
Ooh,
Oh, man. All right, what do you want to know?
everything.
About
Just-
you.
Oh,
and
man.
then about
Okay.
us.
All right. Well, it was 1985. My mom met a man
Okay.
who I do not know.
Oh.
So there you go. You know that about me now.
That's, I
Thanks,
don't know how
Dad.
to feel.
Wherever you are out there, I appreciate it.
Your dad, longtime listener,
Yep.
actually.
Yeah, thanks, guy. No, I'm 36 now. I just turned 36.
Cheers.
Thank you. Yes.
Congrats.
It was
December.
December.
I'm
You
a
did
January.
it.
Yeah. So
I'm
I
a
guess-
January baby.
Yeah.
November. Yeah. So November. That's
It's
that's
like-
wild.
Yeah. We were. She's the 18th. I'm the 30th.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
I'm originally from Indiana. I grew up in a little tiny town,
We're at in Indiana.
Syracuse, Indiana, which nobody knows where that is.
Is it like south, north?
South of South Bend, so it's very north Indiana.
Okay,
I went to school in southern Indiana. I moved here 12 years ago.
gotcha.
Yeah, I work in the electrical test instrumentation world. I just started a new job in that. Shout out Butler and Land. Thank you.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Thank you for giving me a new job. No, it's like cool. I work with like my best friends, basically. They're all in Houston, unfortunately. They stuck me up here with a bunch of idiots. But,
Yeah.
they don't listen to this. It's totally cool.
Yeah.
It's totally cool. I know they don't
Probably.
the guys down in Houston listen. No. So, anyways, no, like I have a pretty cool job. I have a pretty cool life.
Nice.
Pretty happy. We live in Fort Worth. I've lived in Fort Worth since I moved to Texas.
Say
what else
something
we know?
interesting.
Do you go back to
That's
Indiana
pretty
at all?
interesting.
No.
We like
You
it.
don't?
Here's something. In 1986, I was Indiana's most beautiful baby.
Oh yeah.
No, you were not.
No, he
Yes, I
Get
was.
the
I
fuck
have
out.
the. I have the article to prove it.
That's a thing?
Yes. Yes.
The
Most
state's
beautiful
most
baby.
I won a.
baby.
I won a $500 scholarship.
Oh.
I wonder, did they throw a parade for you? That'd be cool if they threw a baby
No,
parade.
no.
Oh,
Okay.
parade for a
Yeah.
baby.
But
Everybody, come look at the most beautiful baby.
Everybody come look.
You
put me
said
on
that
Look at the
so
baby.
They
good.
put me on display. They put me in a little manger.
Yeah.
Did they show your butt?
Probably. I don't know.
Look at this bottom.
No. So they put it on a sign though at a Holiday Inn in Goshen, Indiana.
Oh.
So y'all have never had that happen.
No,
right?
never.
Okay.
Never.
Top two moments in my life. That right. So I peaked super early. Right. Second, other than getting married,
Obviously.
getting married to the love of my life.
Right.
In a couple years ago, Hans at Swiss Pastry Shop. If you've never been there,
Oh man.
holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
It's delicious. He named a sandwich after me, and that's one of my crowning achievements.
What's
Having
it called?
It was called the Big Wong
That is so cool.
because of course it was.
That's actually when you know you've made it. Is
That's-
whenever
yeah,
you name a
yeah.
sandwich after you.
Truthfully,
That is true.
it's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
Right.
And that guy, Hans, he's a hell of a dude.
He's
Like
such a cool
so
guy.
cool.
Where's this at?
Swiss pastry.
Oh, Swiss pastry
yeah,
shop.
Swiss
Oh,
pastry shop.
okay.
Swiss pastry, yeah.
The best. I'm sure your sandwich was good,
It was
but
pretty
the
was pretty
the Texas cheesesteak, the Fort Worth cheesesteak. Oh,
you had that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm a hottie melt guy.
Oh,
I
that was
love the
good too.
hottie mat, and then anything he bakes ever,
Yeah.
Oh,
totally.
yeah.
delicious.
You can't go wrong going over
it's
there.
delicious. Yeah,
I thought they cut lunch
they
though. Did they?
Yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately.
Not
it'll
once.
come back.
It
It'll
will,
come back.
and it'll be stronger than ever.
Yeah, and eat something other than Black Forest cake. Hans would appreciate me saying that.
Yeah,
Although
It's delicious,
bomb.
but
they
try
have
something
a
else.
they have
Right.
a they have a great coconut meringue.
Yeah,
That's
And
really delicious.
They're petit fours, I think. They're like little
Yeah.
Yeah.
cupcake
Uh-huh.
things.
If
Whatever.
you-
Those are good.
if you like cheesecake, but you also like regular cake, there's this metropolitan cake thing, which is like cheesecake and regular cake layered on top of each other.
What?
Yes, it's ridiculous.
I'm gonna have one too.
I thought I got a little.
Yes. let her-
Ooh, that sounds really delicious.
Thanks,
So-
Hans.
I've only been to Indiana once, and it was like northern Indiana. We went to Three Floyds Brewery. Have you ever heard of Three
yeah,
Floyds?
yeah. So that happened after I left.
Right.
Yeah, Indiana has some okay brewery.
The only
Yeah.
Indiana that I know of is Gary, and I hear that's a
don't
real
go there.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't go there.
Yeah.
You don't open your doors.
Right.
Just go
That's,
where-
that's where you go to get killed.
Right.
Accurate.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I was a big fan of Three Floyds though. They had really good beer, and they had a record player behind the bar, and they were only playing metal music because it's a very like metal
Yeah.
brewery, and they were just like flipping records nonstop the entire time we were there. It was pretty cool.
Indiana's kind of a metal state.
It's neat.
Yeah. No.
No,
Do you like corn?
who doesn't like? Oh,
Like corn?
Why did you
Like-
stop?
like band.
because the look that you both gave me, I didn't like it.
Not
That's
the,
why.
Not the band. Although that was the first. That was the first.
Oh, like
concert I ever saw.
corn, like cream corn.
Like cream
and,
corn.
No, just
Butter.
like corn that comes out of the ground.
Like,
yeah, corn can't. Yeah,
I
okay,
mean,
got it,
corn's
yeah.
okay,
I love corn.
I like corn.
but we're not
It's a
talking
lot of
about
butter.
corn with a K.
Yeah.
No. Nope. I was just talking about corn that comes out of the
Oh
ground.
yeah, corn's okay.
Yeah.
Corn's,
Well,
corn's
that's
fine.
what they have in Indiana.
What? What's
We were
your
talking about metal music, and you switched to
That's
corn.
true.
I
That's
was
right.
like,
Yeah.
corn's good.
We were talking about
I like
Indiana.
corn.
Yeah.
What are-
But okay, so the first concert I saw in Indiana was corn.
Oh,
it's
segue.
all-
And that was like the third set of tips I saw. So we're just building on it.
They're just
Yeah.
they're just a wonder of God. Thank you.
That was the first pair of tits I saw.
Live.
Live.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
a big
right
difference.
in front of me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Uncle Rob. My uncle took me to that show.
Did you make sure to yell out, "I was the most beautiful baby," just so that they know?
No, because I didn't know what to do. I was just like,
There they are.
What do I do with my hands?
is
Goo
this
goo
my
gaga.
lucky day? Like,
I'm a baby.
Yeah.
Goo goo gaga.
Yeah.
So let me ask you: if you go back to Syracuse, right? Syracuse, Indiana.
Syracuse, yeah.
Is there a sign that says
Sadly.
"Home of the
1986.
most beautiful
Most beautiful
baby"?
baby.
No,
Oh,
no,
man,
no.
that's too bad.
It's actually the Division II 1985 high school football championships,
Oh.
or something like that, because they peaked early too.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
So
not
those
gonna
were
say
the
you
best couple of
Division
years
two.
for that city.
yeah. Really, it's kind of gone.
We had a beautiful baby, and we had a great football team.
And then everything just went
Yeah.
to shit.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately.
do like the chat. It says, "Don't you just love when you have to introduce yourself like in class?" Do you remember that?
I do. Like my heart was pounding all the way up until I said my first words.
That's so,
Okay.
It's so scary.
I have a great story about this.
What about what?
About being introduced in class.
Okay.
My very first college class. Right. My last name's Wong. I'm not Chinese. Believe it or not. That was- my mom told me I was Chinese like a gas station egg roll once.
Oh,
No, I was adopted, so it's totally cool. Showed up to class. It's Electronics 101 with Dean Ackerman. He is also, his first name is Dean. He's also the dean of the school teaching this class. He goes, calls my name, and I raise my hand. He looks at me and goes, "You're not what I expected."
oh no!
And I just looked right back at him and said, "You're not what I expected either, sir." And I did not have a good time in that class. The rest of the
Oh
year.
my god!
It was very hard.
I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah. He threw markers at me.
Oh shit.
What a jerk!
Yeah, I love that class though.
My parents thought you were mixed. The first time I was like, so his name's Gregg, because they were like, what is he? And I was
What
like,
is
his last name's Wong.
He's a person.
Yeah, and I was like, it's a surprise. I was like, you're gonna meet him.
It's a
You're
surprise.
gonna meet him this week. And so they're like, oh, my dad's from Mexico, and he has his, his accent, and he's like, oh, he's like a Chinese guy, or like he's like, what are you, he's trying to guess, and then they see him walking up, and I tell him, and they're like, what does he miss? They were just so, everyone's always so surprised, but
Yeah.
that's fun.
Shocked the hell out of me.
Right?
Your
Yeah.
name's fun.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it totally
is he
throws
mixed?
people off.
What is
Yeah.
like? What is he? Like,
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Now we
know.
I was adopted.
When I looked him up on it, because he followed me on Instagram, and I was like, Wong, and I looked at one of his pictures, I was like, he was smiling really big. It was when you were in Ohio or
Oh,
Columbus.
yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can see the Chinese, because his eyes get real small. And I was telling my best friend, I was like, all right, it's there. Maybe he's like 25%.
No.
No.
Just a white guy. Surprise.
Sucker.
Got you.
Tricked her.
Yep. Sorry.
That's so cool.
I mean, I don't know my dad though, so like,
Yeah.
I used to tell. I'm not. This is so stupid. In high school, I told people I was part Canadian just because I don't know. I have no fucking
You
idea.
never know.
why.
You could be.
Yeah.
You could be half British. Is
Yeah.
that a thing? Can you be
Right?
half
Sure.
British?
Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
I mean, my teeth are a little screwed up.
You could be anything, I guess,
Harry
right?
Potter. I bet the Harry Potter. I don't know. What the
It's
fuck.
2022. You can be whatever you
You
want.
can do whatever
Yeah.
you want. There's no rules anymore.
Uh,
All right, Tina, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm Tina.
oh, we're still doing this.
Yeah. I'm from California.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Southern
So
California.
neither one of you are from here.
No.
You just got here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm officially a Texan though. You're not.
Yeah. I've been here since 2015.
All right.
I thought I was, I came here thinking I'm going to live here, go to school, and go back to. I was talking to you about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I was sure. My mind was set. I was like, I'm going back to California after I finish school, and then I never left. I
Why?
love Fort Worth.
Got you.
Honestly, I really like Fort Worth. I love it here.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, the people want to hear it.
That's such
an It's- easy Such. You said it
Why's your last name Wong?
perfectly.
Yeah. I said it perfectly.
Like it is the biggest little city.
Yeah. Oh, for
It-
sure.
Remember that. I said it perfectly.
Okay, shut up. You already screwed up so many times
No,
tonight.
he really did. Like every way I would describe Fort Worth, he was just like vomiting all the words.
You don't,
Yeah, I do
I
that.
feel like you can't go that far.
I just word
He
vomit.
just talks.
Yeah, you don't
Eventually, it's like a blind nut or blind squirrel gets a nut every now and then. Eventually, he's going to say something smart because he just talks. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
nonstop.
Right.
there's no beaches here. There's no
No.
mountains here,
That's
but that's
true.
okay because you have bar patios or patio bars.
Yeah.
We have lots of
Yes.
those.
Yeah.
We've got lakes,
Yeah, you have
some of
lakes.
which you can actually go to,
Yeah,
and some of them you don't want to be in. But,
But-
we got lakes.
But really, like Texas in general, you've got everything from forest on one end of Texas, beaches on the other end of Texas. You've got the plains and you've got mountains if you go far enough west. So
desert.
Yeah.
And listen,
Desert.
you can get in a fucking airplane and fly wherever you want because we're right in the middle of the country.
that's true.
Basically, yeah.
If you want to
exactly
go to Colorado,
right.
you can go to Colorado. It's $49. I did it once.
I hear
Really?
people talking about going from the East Coast to the West Coast and these long ass flights. I'm like,
No.
it's like 3 hours anywhere I want to go, 2 to 3 hours anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
I think Seattle was like the longest flight, which was like almost 4.
Yeah.
But outside of that, yeah.
What I like the most is the people that make up Fort Worth.
Aw.
That sounds so
That's
cheesy.
adorable.
No, it sounds really cheesy, but like so I do photography. I'm a nurse and I do photography.
Okay.
Photography is my
Great
full-time
photos,
now.
by the way.
Thank you.
Great photos.
Thank you. So before I did photography, all I did was play video games. Like I was that person that I woke up, went to the bathroom to pee, drank coffee, and then went to go play video games, and then it was like time for dinner, and then go to bed, and then to do it all over again.
You know, you've got the hair. You could totally be like a Twitch million follower, like video gamer.
And I was like,
100%.
I was very shy, and I didn't know how to talk to people. And it's funny because like I'm a nurse, like I talk to people all the time. And I was like, when I first moved here to Texas, I was like, I need to get out of my room. That's all I'm only ever in my pajamas with my headset on and just yelling at these 10-year-old kids, you know. And so
Come back, you little shit.
yeah, and so I lived 10 minutes from downtown. I lived over off of 30 and Brentwood Stair.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, I'm going to go downtown. And I would walk around. I had my little iPhone 8 and take pictures downtown. And I had a friend who was like, Tina, you know, you have a really good eye. And I was like, do I? All right.
Say less.
Okay. And he was like, you should consider doing photography. And then, so I posted out like pictures of like a flower and like a leaf with the sunlight behind it, you know, and I just had friends who were like, Tina, do you take pictures of people? And I was like, no, but I want to give you money for it. I was like, okay, I can try.
Shit.
I'll try.
I'll learn.
Yeah. And so I bought a little rinky-dink used camera from Best Buy, and then I started taking pictures of people. Anyways, okay, fast forward. Then I like after COVID and everything opened up in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in like this like girl group on Facebook. It's like Fort Worth focused.
Called
I
Girl
don't-
Gang.
Girl gang.
Can't talk about it.
Oh yeah.
It's a rule.
Sorry.
It's like
Um,
Fight Club?
It's like Fight Club.
You
Yeah,
can't.
it's not.
You can't talk
Yeah, I
about it.
can
But
talk about
No,
it.
you cannot. You don't know about it.
Ooh.
Just take that part out.
Okay.
Gregg can
And,
get in trouble.
I was like,
Sorry.
I need to, again, me pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I was like, I need to meet people. I want friends. I was
Mhm.
like, Greg's my only friend. No, I had friends at the gym. Yeah, okay. But anyways, and so I said I wanted to do free headshots for small local businesses or boss bitches. And it's going to be at Bearded Lady and Funky Picnic on this day and this day. And I reached out to Shannon, who owns Bearded, and
Mhm.
Sam, who owns Funky. And they were like, yeah, you can do that. So they like reserved a little area for me. And I thought that no one was going to show up. I told Greg, I was like, what if no one shows up? And then over a dozen people showed up both
Oh,
days.
shit.
And I just met all these boss babes here in Fort Worth, and they're like little local businesses. That's how we got married at Tulips and how we met Jason.
That's so cool.
You know, like before they opened, they were like, come check it out. And I was like, okay. Yeah, do you guys know like Tia and Bria Downey?
oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I met Tia. I took her headshots.
Okay. Cool.
And so that's how, and so I just met all these people, and I was just like, all these businesses on like South Main and Magnolia. I was like, I love it here. You know, it's so interesting.
We do have a
Everyone's
shit ton of
interesting.
really cool people.
It's like
Yeah.
Fort Worth helps its own. I mean, that's a very cool thing
Yeah.
that they can gather around and help with
Yeah.
anything. But yeah, it's very.
And it is funny though when you think about it. Like you're talking about, you're throwing out names, and a lot of them we've either heard or we know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And we are the 13th largest city in the nation,
Mhm.
and we still have like mutual connections in a city this
Right.
big. So like going back to what you said, that apparently Tim said, the the
Thank
biggest
you.
small town or whatever,
Yes.
right? Like that's exactly true. I mean, like everyone seems to know each other, which is just fucking awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I was telling her, like, we had this running joke for a long time that whenever I was at work, it'd be like me or my partner at work. Who are we going to run into? Like, who's going to know the most people today?
Yeah.
Because it was always like we would run into somebody that we were either connected to every single day.
Yeah. And
Just
I-
weird.
This penis got stuck to a cheese grate.
God damn it, John! I told you not again.
that-
It's probably happened.
Oh, I'm,
sad.
yeah, for sure.
100%.
yeah.
As a nurse, you run into some crazy shit too, I'm sure.
Used
yeah,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
I used to.
Oh,
Not anymore.
okay.
Now I just poke faces and I
Oh,
do like
okay.
injections. But I had this guy who would pull out his catheter just so I could touch his
Oh
penis.
my god.
Oh god.
So I could
It
put a
was
new
me.
one in. No, it was not you.
That's how we
And,
met.
Like, oh yeah, like he would be like just bloody. He pulled it out.
That
God
was not
damn
me.
it.
That was not me.
Okay.
It hurts.
You're
like
like,
the
"What are you-"
balloon inflated
Yeah.
Okay.
still.
That's
yeah.
enough. That's
Yeah.
enough. Nope,
No, I know.
We're done.
Like this big.
Nope,
There's too many
Moving
penises
on.
in this room. To say
Moving
that.
on.
Q's baby says no.
And when I would come in,
Most
he
beautiful
would
baby.
be, he'd
Beautiful
be
baby,
laying
whatever.
on his side, like I pulled it out. Yes.
So when did y'all meet?
Okay. All right.
So
So-
we met at a gym.
Yeah.
Okay,
We met-
surprise.
We met at the gym we both used to train at in Arlington. Arlington
Yeah.
Strength. Thanks, Danny. Good friend of mine used to own it. Unfortunately, COVID kind of got it, shut it down.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Arlington Strength forever.
His best friend was my coach.
Yep.
And so his best friend was like, "Hey, there's a thick Asian girl here. I
Yeah.
think you'll
Yeah.
like."
Sorry, Robert. So in my wedding vows, I started my wedding vows with this story, and apparently he got in a little bit of trouble over it.
Because she was like, "Thick Asian."
Yeah, his wife. Yeah.
I love you, Anna.
Yeah. They're also our
She's
partners
thick
in the
too.
gym. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a cake behind her every time
No,
she walks.
My favorite.
He messaged me. He's like, listen, I'm just warning you. There's a thick Asian girl in this barbell 101 class, and I was like, I'm in. And then I literally
Say less.
Yeah, like
That
so,
first week, yeah.
So get this, we're talking, right? We talk about food for like
We
12
talked about
hours.
food for 12 hours. He slid in my
Oh my
DMs
God.
talking
Yeah.
about food. And I was like, I told my friend, I was like, I'm confused. Like, who talks about food with one
Me.
person for 12 hours? I was like, is he just bored? Does he need a
I'm
conversation?
hungry, bitch.
Or like, you know, like, and I was like, is he trying to get to know me? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He wants to see if you like food as much as he likes
Yeah,
food.
and
And
she, you know
we-
what? She does.
Boom.
Match. Yeah. She brought me a donut from Funky Town Donuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not fall in love?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brought me an apple fritter.
It was,
totally.
love
Yeah.
at first donut.
Love it first
Yeah.
Love at first bite.
So how long ago was that?
2019.
Yeah.
it's
February
been-
2019.
We moved
Nice.
fast.
I joined the
Wasn't that
gym
fast? I mean, it was. You said about a year, or how long ago did you get married?
A year
last
ago.
year.
Last
Yeah, it's
year.
not
in
fast.
March.
Fast. That's good.
And here I am, like 7 years in, thinking that's fast.
Oh, so
Still not married yet.
You got to be sure.
Shout out.
Yeah, you gotta be
sorry,
sure.
sorry, Jesse. We had this discussion the other night.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Can't wait to hear about it.
7 years in.
yeah, I joined the gym after I like deleted all the dating apps, and I was like, man, I'm gonna focus on me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get fit as fuck. I'm gonna work overtime and make some money and travel. And then first week, and then there he was. And I was
Seriously,
like,
the first week?
I'm
the
here to
first week. It was the first
I
week.
don't fuck around.
That's how it works though. Like you're like, I'm just gonna focus on myself, and you get rid of everything, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
It
Mr.
comes to
Mr.
you.
Wright walks in.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Wong walks in.
Mr. Wong
Hey.
walked in at the Wong
Tim leans
line.
back, crosses his arms. You were happy about
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
You're
trust
proud
me.
of yourself.
He's
Trust me.
good like
Mr.
that.
Wong. Got him.
I've heard that a few times.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm done for tonight,
Did
boys.
you see how proud he was? Holy shit.
You know when you like walk into Target and you're like walking around, you're not looking for something, but you see something, you're like, I want that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm that.
Every time at Target.
That. Every time. Like when I saw her, I was like, I want to be there. As Leslie
Aw.
Knope says.
A
Yeah.
story as old as time.
So our first date, that's how I knew. I was like, all right, this guy, he's a cool guy. We started at Hanabi,
Oh yeah. Oh, I love Hanabi.
Oh, yeah.
and then he was like, do you want dessert? Yeah. So he was like, there's these nookies at Torchy's. And so
Have you ever had a nookie?
No.
It's a
Oh
fried
my-
ball of
cookie dough.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
So we ate at Hanabi.
Yeah. Delicious.
Stoked.
We
You
went
can
to
get
Torchy's.
13 of them at one time.
It's so good.
What do they
That's
serve
the
with?
max?
It's just powdered sugar on
is that
it.
what you-
Like,
Oh man.
That's my max.
yeah. So Hanabi ate everything.
Yeah.
So full.
Then we
Went
had
to Torchy's.
nachos.
We had chips and queso. And dessert, and then we went to the usual for a drink. And I was just like,
Nice.
and I didn't know. I was like, I can't be around some people for more than like 2 hours, and I was around him for 6, and I was like, all right,
Wow.
yeah.
So 12 hours talking about food, 6 hours actually eating.
Yeah.
Nice. Love
That
it.
sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, we've pretty much been in
Pretty good start.
Inseparable.
And then like 2 months later, I was like, I'm moving in,
Oh man.
That's
I
a
t-
whole nother story. Though.
and I told his roommate, I was like, how much is rent?
You
Split
gotta,
it 3.
you gotta get out.
Yeah. And then he proposed to me that same year, 9 months later,
Yep.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yep, at Hanabi.
at Hanabi.
Where it all began.
Yeah.
That's
Very cool.
I love that. It's a perfect love story.
So that's how we met.
How long have y'all both been like super into like not bodybuilding,
Don't
but
call it
like
that.
yeah, I know you got real pissed off the other day just saying.
No.
Sorry, my strength training.
Strongman.
Strongman.
Strength training is good.
Strength
Strength
training?
training, yeah.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Can you give me a stubby?
We found out on Saturday when we were up at the gym that there's a very distinct
Here.
difference between what was it,
Oh, thank you.
bodybuilders, like strong men.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like you gotta
They're
count
sports.
everybody, right?
They're sports.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like basketball and football are different.
right.
Only bodybuilding is a sport of like aesthetics and looks and so on
Right.
and so forth. And strongman, you can just be as ugly as we want to.
You just want to be strong.
yeah,
It's
just
strong.
being about
It's
strong-
more
a
strength
strong
than
man.
it is for I'm pretty.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing competitive strongman for 5 years now.
Yeah.
I believe 5 years. Yeah, yeah. So my start was like most people that come to strength sports. I was really out of shape, and the company I work for paid for CrossFit membership, so I started doing CrossFit, and I was like, I don't like all this running stuff. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. But like, I love working with a barbell, and I have a barbell background previous in college and so on and so forth, and so started doing this. You know, started deadlifting again, having a great time with CrossFit as long as I wasn't running anywhere. And my mom was like, "You should do a strongman show," and I was like, "I don't know what that is." So
Was she catching it on TV or something?
I have no idea, honestly. I have no idea where she came up with that idea. And she probably even saw something that wasn't strongman and was like, "That's a strongman.
Right.
My son is that."
You should be a strong man.
You should be a
and then you looked
strong man.
into strong man.
Yeah, so I Googled it, and there was like this show coming up in April. I think this was like January, and I was like, I'll just fucking sign up for it and see what happens.
Yeah.
So I signed up for it. I found a really shitty coach, and just started doing it. And I did my first show, and I was like, this is fucking great. This is so much fun. And I got like 5th out of like 10, which wasn't, it was fine. It was my very first show. I was
Yeah, like
happy.
4 months or 3 months. It
Yeah.
sounded like, yeah, it's pretty damn
Yeah,
good.
I had a great time with it, and so I just kept doing it.
Yeah.
And then I ended up like kind of being sort of good at it because it didn't become my life, but it became such a big part of my life.
Yeah.
And I met all these really cool people, and some of my best friends came from. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I'm just so passionate.
We know. I can tell.
Right.
Talking with the
Uh,
hands.
Thank you. So I just fell in love with all the people and just the atmosphere, and it's such a great community.
Right.
And I just wanted to be there all the time, and had a lot of fun with it.
Nice.
So enough fun to start my own business around it. So
What about you, Tina? How long have you been doing the things?
So I decided to take the Barbell 101 class at the gym that Greg was at
Okay.
because I didn't know anything about anything. And then I learned that I was really strong.
she's super fucking strong, by the way.
And
His eyes just like wide open. Like,
That was the second time I fell in love.
after I finished the class, it was like 12 weeks long. I remember someone told me that I didn't look like someone who would do strongman.
yeah.
And I was just like, sign me up. Someone, I don't remember who it was.
They're an idiot.
Yeah, and so he coached me, and then we did our first strongman show
Yeah, first
together.
strongman.
Oh,
and
so
that's-
you've done competition as well?
Yeah,
Nice.
and then I placed, I think, second. And what did you place? You placed.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. Whatever.
I've
That's
done-
very, very cool though for
Yeah.
someone to kind of doubt your. Like, oh, I don't think you can do it.
Yeah.
Like
that makes it
fucked
better.
up.
Yeah.
It drives you. I think
Oh, hell yeah.
that gives you that makes you pisses you the fuck off first.
And I just
Yeah.
was like, what does a strong woman look like? Huh?
Yeah.
Apparently this. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, I did it, and then now I'm just I just signed up for my first powerlifting meet. So
Nice.
Yep.
Cheers.
Very
Congrats
cool.
to that. That's very gonna. When is it?
it is April 30th in Midlothian at Patriot Strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I've been Midlothian.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Patriots
They
Strength?
call
then?
it
I've
Midlow
never
now.
Midlow.
they
Midlow.
Do they really?
That's the name now.
That's weird.
Ugh.
It's
I know that they have an HEB down there now.
What?
So now,
Oh, that's
now they
fucking-
think they're hot shit.
That's amazing. if the Butt family is listening to this, which I'm sure they are, because why wouldn't they be?
Yeah.
Right.
They got
Big
nothing better
fans.
to do.
Big fans.
You need to move to Fort Worth right now.
no shit,
Yeah.
right?
Really.
Like, what are you waiting
They got the
for?
best meat prices too.
So my wife used to work at HEB, and like she was helping with community relations in like Burleson, and then a lot of like the other locations as well. And like they just don't want to move into like the metroplex. Like they're going around, like they're starting to like get that property around town.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
now they're Hudson Oaks, and they're
Yeah.
Burleson, and
They bought one in like
Midlothian, and
Frisco, I think, or
Yeah.
somewhere up in that area.
They get like all around town
Yeah.
before they start like just like sucking it all in.
Well, then you look at Austin, and Austin's got. I mean, that's kind of what they did with Austin. They around Austin, then they went in.
Stove in.
Yeah,
They surround them and then they choke out.
Exactly.
The other ones. Yeah,
That's
it's
exactly what
just
they do.
It's just some like 20-year plan.
It is.
That sounds like the Facebook thing. Like they'd go to the smaller colleges and like go to like Blinn instead of going to like A&M.
Yeah.
Oh no, I had Facebook in 2004.
So did I.
I did too.
Yeah. I
I was in a
my-
small college though, so
Yeah, TCC. I was at TCC, and
Yeah.
you know they let us. They had it. It was
Yeah,
pretty
I had
cool.
an A&M. I think Blinn probably did too. I think you're right though.
Yeah, they did.
I think
They'd circle all the smaller colleges,
Mhm.
and then like the main one, like they'd be like, "Oh, we want to be a part of it too."
Yeah.
you know.
you had to be. You had to have a college email address in order
Yeah.
to get on.
Mhm.
Back
Yeah,
in
all
the
my
day.
friends,
man.
all my friends had Facebook except for me. So I
Yeah.
did not have a college email address.
Fucking
What a
loser.
I know.
loser,
Fucking loser.
piece of shit. Fuck
I'm,
you,
I'm working.
Tim.
I'm with
I'm
you.
working on it now.
Get your life together.
Get your life together, you
moron.
piece of shit.
He probably didn't have
awful.
loans though, so
Yeah.
we should
True,
probably-
lucky
we should
man.
probably
Zero
shut-
loans.
We should shut
Zero
the-
school debt right here, bud.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I also am still going, and it's been 15 years. But I graduate in December.
Hey, I just got a text message.
Yeah?
Jesse's gonna murder me.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that sounds about right.
Please don't.
Cool.
What you think was going to happen,
Yeah, I
dude?
know. I
You've
know,
made a
I
huge
know.
mistake.
I know. Yeah.
All right.
Jesse, he really loves you.
I do. I just opened my mouth and yeah.
That gets you
Actually-
into trouble.
He wants to say something later.
Oh, okay.
No.
What the fuck?
Okay.
I'm, I'm not going. Hey, Chad, can I sleep at your house?
Yeah, for sure, bud.
Cool.
Tell me more about this fried
I'm just
dough.
setting this up. I got you, Jesse.
So nonchalantly on Saturday, you mentioned that you've got like records. Is that
Yeah, I did some things. I did
Tell
some
us,
things.
tell us about some of those.
I hold 2 state records. They're like in the grand scheme of things, like they're fairly low numbers. But in Texas, for a couple weight classes, I hold 2 log records and the stone record.
Gotcha.
On the stone of steel. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
I call it the orb of ore because I have to be special like that. But yeah, so we log records here in Texas for the different federations for Strongman, and I've got a couple of them.
Very cool.
Yeah, this
a
the
very
last
cool
one I
question.
set was in 2019 is 345 pounds at the 240 ground to overhead on a log.
That was 355. But you know,
Whatever.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever.
But enough to get a
numbers don't
record.
matter.
He just threw it in like he was kicking our asses, and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, I got a record in the shit, asshole." And we're like, "Oh, I can't do it."
Yeah, that's exactly
Not, not to mention, he said, "Hey, just FYI, you're using the women's
Yeah,
log."
you used the
Yeah.
female log.
Oh,
Yeah.
honey.
Sorry.
Which is it's fine.
I said
it's
I
fine.
said the 10-inch log that women mostly use.
But
Yeah.
we signed the waiver so
That's
he could the
okay.
emotional damage.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
sue. We already
Yeah,
looked
There
into
is
it.
an emotional. There's an emotional damage clause.
You
in the
guys
waiver.
did good.
It was
you
okay.
did really
It was a
well.
lot of
I was surprised.
Yeah.
It was fun. So why did y'all want to start a gym in the first place?
All right.
You want me to
Mark and my
Because
turn.
I have a diatribe about this. Like y'all
Oh,
open a
yes.
can of worms.
Because y'all
So-
just opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like
so
2 months
our
ago? A month ago?
Our official open is at the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
Our official open. So I so from a human perspective, from being a human, I think that everyone should be moving weight preferably, but should doing some type of exercise.
Right.
And that's completely devoid of diet plans. Like you don't need to be on a diet. You need to eat healthy, obviously, please, as I drink beer and talk about fried cookie dough. Yeah, try eating some spinach. It'll help. But like doing cool shit with your body is a fun thing to do. Like you're a human, you have these muscles, like you might as well train them to do cool shit, right? So I wanted to create an environment that was a little less threatening than the average gym environment. So we're not a commercial gym like 24-hour fitness. We're not some like hardcore gym or anything like that in a warehouse. We're somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And it just had this vision to do this. And then after Arlington Strength closed, where we used to train at, we got drunk.
Yeah.
Of course, again, eat some spinach.
The best of all stories
yes.
start that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
And we were like, well, fuck, we could just fucking open our own gym. And this was right when COVID was happening. So
Yeah.
we just started to stock away stuff and put business plans together and figure out how you open a gym, which is really hard. It's a little expensive
I can imagine.
to do. Yeah. But it was a passion, and it's been hard. It's been a lot of fun. I will never do it again. I will not be franchising. There's no franchises in Panther City Strength's future. But it's been immensely rewarding so far. But to answer your question, I just wanted a space to train at that was like a really cool space for me and my friends to do dumb, stupid human tricks.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
Yeah.
Like truthfully. And then I wanted to introduce barbell training to the general population
Right.
as well too. That's probably my more important goal.
I thought it was pretty cool though, because like just like you said, you do have people that do bodybuilding in there, right? Like some.
No. Primarily, we're catering to 3 groups of people.
Okay.
Powerlifting and strongman. Those are
Okay.
competitive strength sports. I would add Olympic lifting on there as just an asterisk there because there's already such a good Olympic lifting program here in Fort Worth that we could never be competitive, and I just don't want to be.
Yeah.
So I have the stuff, but like go see Blue Wave because he's super fucking great coach and he can teach you much better than I could ever fucking teach you. So and that's primarily driven by CrossFit as well too.
Okay.
But so I'm catering to the 2 strength sports that we specialize in, and then I'm also just catering to the general population that wants to do.
People just want to be strong.
People want to do strong stuff.
Yeah.
And what's really great is it's grown well outside of what my expectations were. Like I have people come in that I want to be a firefighter. It was like, well, okay, like what does that take?
Right.
Anna.
Yeah, we love you, Anna. Anna's like 105 pounds or something, and she's like, I want to be a firefighter. I was like, fuck yeah, you want to be a firefighter? That's fucking cool as shit. But we got to have a base level of strength there, and I know how to get there. I know how to do that. So I have a mom, who just had a baby, and was like, I want to be strong so I can play with my kid.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that.
Yeah.
And we do that with methodologies that are based in science that aren't fucking woo woo dumb bullshit where you're running around with strobe lights going off and like Rev Fit or
So there's no spin classes or
no spin class. Yeah, no spin class.
I think I saw like one treadmill maybe in there.
We have a free runner.
Yeah, free runner.
We
Yeah.
have a free runner. Everything that we chose as far as the equipment has some type of strength and conditioning aspect to it.
Right.
So you're not going to find a self-powered treadmill in there. We have it is a self-powered treadmill. It's not a motor-powered treadmill.
Right.
So that was kind of the primary reason that I wanted to do it. But it's really grown into something that was unexpected, more or less.
Yeah.
Which is great. I'm very, very happy with where we are right now. I'm very excited to keep moving forward.
I wanted to have a space where every time I walked into a gym, whether it was LA Fitness or even when I started at Arlington Strength, like it's just intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
I feel out of place, especially when I don't know shit about shit.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, what do I do? Well, this machine says to do that, so I can do that
Yeah.
and follow directions, But like, I wanted a place where people could feel like safe. Like I don't know if that's the right word, safe or
No,
like
it is.
welcome.
Yeah, comfortable.
like,
Yeah.
So at the gym we were at before Arlington Strength, like everyone knew everyone's name. They were like, "Oh, how's your cat doing?" And I was just like, you know that he's not doing well, yeah. And so just like, or like, when you're doing a lift that you think you're not going to be able to make, and people are like, "Get it up," like, and you're just like, "All right, I will." Like it's like it's just an encouraging environment.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, that's what I wanted for just people who didn't have a place to call home. Like if you look at the people in our gym right now, I was just talking to Gregg about this. Like we're all a bunch of weirdos.
God,
like
they're
we're
some of the most weird people, and I love it.
no, like
they're just some of the coolest, weirdest.
I noticed
people.
that there was a big mix of
There
just
is
people
a
like
huge-
outside of just like us being in
Right.
there, but like
Yeah,
looking at the
yeah.
different people in there, like okay, you got guys that are like really jacked, and then you've got guys that are just wanting to get strong, and then there's that one dude lifting train wheels, and I'm like, man,
Yeah,
what the
that's
hell?
That was kind of the point I was
Michael.
going to try to make is like you do feel comfortable
Yeah.
immediately. And
Like-
like you've got people from all walks of life, big motherfuckers, and then someone that was just
Yeah.
trying to get his better golf game right or something like that. Like you've got anyone and everyone. That was
Yeah.
such a cool place to be
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I work with guys from the rodeo, just all sorts of weird sports, a lot of combat arts.
Yeah.
If you do something in life that's a recreational sport or professional sport or something like that, obviously strength training is important. But just as a general human, strength training is still important. Like exercise is still important. It's going to benefit your life in immense ways. I
Right.
mean, there's obviously the mental health parts of it, which it's not therapy. I hate the term iron therapy. It drives me fucking insane. Go to a therapist. It's a great idea.
Absolutely. 100%.
I don't even care if you feel okay. Go to a therapist anyway. But we have such a great community.
Yeah. I love
and,
community. I
it's-
love people.
The inclusivity of it all.
Right.
There's a lot of love in the gym, like looking around everywhere, and
Yes.
like looking at the flags and
Yeah, I was about to say we saw that in the
very
flags. I
cool.
was like, man, those are really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very cool spot. I feel like it's a place you can go where you walk in. If you go into like a different kind of place where like the environment's toxic, they won't look at you like, what's he doing here?
Right.
Like, what are you doing here?
Or if like you need help, like you can stop any person in there
Yes.
and they will help you. It's not like where you're like scared to ask someone how to, like
Yeah.
everyone wants to see everyone do good.
Yeah.
Everyone's cheering us. Everyone in there is in your corner. You
Yeah.
know?
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's weird because a lot of times you go to a gym, and if you want to go and you want to like really train, I feel like a lot of times you're going with somebody else, right? Like you're trying to
Right.
be with someone else, and you're spotting and doing all these things. I feel like everyone that was there was kind of by themselves, but it seemed like it was a big group. You know what I mean? Like everyone, like you
Yes.
mentioned, just helping each other out and being there for each other. It's an awesome feeling. It was really neat.
And we put the gym together. We had a lot of things that we wanted with it. We wanted 24-hour access. We wanted air conditioning. We're in Texas. It's not hardcore to train in 105 degrees. Sorry. Train, workout, whatever word you want to use to describe it. It's
Right.
just it's a bad idea. So we had to have those things. Those are the basics, right? But we also didn't want a ton of space. And we didn't want a ton of space for a few reasons. First off, to keep our rent low or
obviously.
manageable. But secondly, we also wanted that environment where you kind of did have to be not on top of each other, but you had to be close to other people because it encourages that sense of community. It gives people the opportunity to be a little bit outside of their comfort level, both physically and socially, I suppose, too. So, we will break people. You come in a gym and you don't think you're going to talk to us, we're probably going to come talk to you. And if you don't want to talk, that's okay. We totally understand that. Some people just want to come and work out, but I'm going to come and ask you how your day was.
Right.
Like,
That's
you're
awesome.
going to love it.
You don't get
Okay.
that. I mean, whenever I worked out at 24, I never.
No.
Yeah.
You don't know the people's names.
We know
yet.
everyone's
No.
names.
Yeah.
I'm really bad with names, but I pretend like I know your name most of the time.
It's
Like,
like
I'll just make it up.
It's like what Tina was saying before. Like when I first started working out, like it had to be like 15 years ago. I was scared to ask people like how to use a machine, or like I would just like watch people. But whenever you watch people, like you don't want to.
Yeah, they might be doing it wrong though.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
but
yeah.
sometimes like people are like mean mugging. Like you don't.
Yeah.
You
like,
just
don't
want to
talk
see.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like don't look at me. Like
Right.
what are you
Yeah.
doing? Or like they'd get annoyed if you're using a machine and you're not going like full pump.
Yeah.
And they're just like, what the fuck are you even doing here if you're not gonna, I mean,
or people are snickering.
right? Yeah.
Or maybe it was just in my head, but
No. It was always
Stop
it was,
laughing at me.
It was always a thing.
Do anything.
And I would try to like be away from everybody, and I would like do cardio upstairs first, and just like
Yeah.
look and see
Look
where
and
I
see-
can go.
no one's right there. I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
No.
That's where I'm
Like-
starting.
Wait, I would say most people spend like a good 2 hours in the gym, and they may train for an hour, and then they're just kind of bullshitting with their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. I don't really have a ton of family here in Texas, but like this is my family,
Mhm.
like very much so. Like I've been through hell and back with a lot of the people that still train at the gym today, and I wanted to give them a space that they could call home essentially. So, and as corny and as that sounds, like it's really the truth. And so that's what we set out to do. That's what we did, and
Good
it was-
vibes.
we want good, like
You can feel it.
yeah.
You pretty much answered my question, or one of my questions, which what sets you apart from other gyms like 24 hours
Yeah,
or
no,
something
totally.
like that.
Yeah, so just a real quick though, like equipment, like we have the best equipment that you could possibly think of for strength training. We have Kaiser air machines, which nobody knows what that is. It's super cool stuff, really great technology, calibrated plates for powerlifting. I have all the specialty bars, I got all the strongman stuff. We have something for everyone. And something else to add in there too, that all may sound intimidating. I have the stuff to scale all that back for just anyone. You could be, if you want to be 7 years old and come pull your first deadlift, we can start at 35 pounds on a deadlift and pull that. Like we could totally do that. And there's no shame in that whatsoever. In fact, I'd be more excited to see that than someone pull 800 pounds.
Hell yeah.
In my gym.
It's like you said, like as long as people are moving and they're just
Having
like
a good time.
yeah. I mean, I love whenever I worked out. Like I used to work out like every other day. I don't know what happened. I think it was just depression, but
That'll do it.
yeah, it really did. It got me out. Like I was doing really well, and it just crashed, and I couldn't do it. But I think I forgot where I was going with that.
You're
Shit,
trying
you were
to-
working-
wanted to
you
mention
don't
the
have to be the
depression
strongest
thing.
person in the room.
Yeah, I mean, like whenever I was over there with y'all, like I felt like it was such a great time with the guys.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if it was just
It was
You
fun trying to one up or whatever. Yeah.
Or even just trying to do it.
Yeah.
so I mean it's the
Hey, I got-
motivation
I got-
part of it. It's just
I got 8 on that yoke.
You did. You tied
I
Javier.
tied Javier.
We'll get into that. You had another question though, right?
Yeah. So so the choice of location, was it out of necessity or like strategic?
It was both.
Yeah.
It was not our first choice of location. However, I'm glad that we ended up there. Some things do happen for a reason.
Right.
But we wanted to be in Fort Worth proper for sure. That was non-negotiable.
Yeah, Fort Worth for sure.
Wasn't going to open
Obvious
somewhere.
reasons.
Yeah, that didn't have a Fort Worth address. We came up with the name first anyway, so we really limited our. You can't put Panther City Strength in Denton. It doesn't make sense there.
Yeah.
But no, we wanted to be close to home. The city's done so much for us to a degree. Not the city planning division, but that's another story. Thanks, guys.
But allowing you to grow as people here in Fort Worth.
Yes, yeah. The city's done so much for us. The community's done so much for us, both the strength community and just the general community and as a whole. So we wanted to be here in Fort Worth, but then having a Camboui address, it was just like, oh, that's fancy.
yeah.
It's really
So,
cool.
Yeah, so that was like, it's a known name, like it's a thing. So that was kind of the sales point. And then air conditioning, that's difficult for a gym to have the right space with air conditioning. And then we talked to our friends and future members about like, what do you want out of the space? And something came up that I didn't think about as a guy is people want to be able to see their cars, from the front door.
Yeah.
And we have this big glass front. So there's a big safety thing. They wanted good lighting. That makes sense. So we picked a place that had good lighting. So we wanted to find a space that everybody would feel comfortable in. And that's just kind of how it worked out.
Nice.
Well, that answers that question for me.
It's a cool spot.
Yeah, we
Thanks.
like it.
Thank you.
So what are the thoughts on the future of strength training and wellness? Like what do you
I think as long as CrossFit is, and CrossFit's a good and a bad thing in my opinion. It's mostly a good thing. Mostly a good thing. I don't think most humans need to be snatching most of the time, which is a pretty standard movement in a lot of CrossFit gyms. There's too many things that go wrong there, so on and so forth.
You all right?
Spit. I inhaled too hard.
Going
That's
too
okay.
hard. Going too hard on that.
My girlfriend does the same thing.
Okay.
Do you have a question to ask her?
She's really gonna kill me now.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the last podcast.
She already she sent me a message just a second ago. She's like, I really like them, and you're an asshat. So
I'm gonna learn how to run this fancy board here. And now
There you
I'm
go.
in charge.
Perfect.
Jokes on you, Tim.
So no, I think strength training is not going to go anywhere. So strongman, in some form or fashion, is one of the oldest sports or sport-like competitions, other than like war, if you want to count that as a competition, that exists, and it's existed in multiple cultures over multiple areas of the world, and so it's not going anywhere anytime soon, and especially. With women, it has grown immensely in the last couple years, which is super fucking cool.
Oh yeah, we're holding an all women's strongman
Yeah.
competition at our gym
We're-
Oh, cool.
We're the host for it. Yeah,
next month.
so-
Yes.
Yeah, next month.
That's
oh yeah,
awesome.
we're not hosting. We're hosting, but
Yeah, we're not promoting.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
the hosts though. But we're excited to have that. Like somebody asked me if they wanted to do it at the gym, and I was like, absolutely, that's super cool. So competitive strength sports, I think, will continue to grow, especially as younger generations start to become more of age, and they have the time and the effort to do it, and they want to find ways to do cool stuff outside of just going and running on a treadmill. And there's nothing wrong with running on a treadmill. I want to say that, but you can do a lot more cool stuff other than run on a treadmill, and you can still be competitive after high school athletics too. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
It's a good thing too for what you were saying. I think 20 years ago, was there anything for women like for like strong like strength training like this or competitions period?
I can't think of anything.
There always has been, to some degree. It's just never been very accessible,
Yeah.
first off. And then there's always just been an intimidation factor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And truth be told, CrossFit did break that barrier, or really helped break that barrier significantly for women to be introduced to barbell sports, which is great. It's a great effect that CrossFit had. But just like me, there are a lot of women that are like, I don't want to do all this running stuff. I want to lift stuff and be strong, which is super fucking cool. Which is how it should be.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see up and coming. I love watching women's strength sports just because they're fun to watch. They have a great time with it. You know, they're learning. Just today, actually, not a strength sport competitor, but I have an athlete, the one that's training to be a firefighter. She like had an aha moment of like, this is how I squat. And she was going from something she couldn't do a couple weeks ago to being able to do it for reps today. Just putting it together time and, you know, slowly over time, we've progressed and just gotten to where she can do it. And that's super great. And that didn't exist 10 years ago for a lot of women.
Yeah.
So when is that meet? Over there,
mid-March.
Mid-March.
March
Mid-March.
13th, I
March 13th.
think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can post stuff about it too online. That's
Yeah, you
really,
can. You
March
can
19th. Sorry.
come watch it. We'll be hosting.
Come see it.
Yeah, North Texas is just massive for strength sports in general, and especially strongman. This is probably the most concentrated location for gyms that promote strength sports activities, and again, especially strongman. You can find a strongman show just by Googling it. You can find it. We have a ton of resources on Facebook as well too. Just come watch a show and see what it's like. And if you decide you want to try it, come Panther City Strength.
I remember you telling me about how where it first started, it was in a parking lot, right?
Yeah, so we used to do shows in parking lots for strongman, and now we've progressed to doing them indoors, which is nice for a few reasons. Air conditioning being one of them. But you know, it used to be that it was just, you know, just odd implements that didn't make any sense, and it's really, the sport has progressed because there's money into it now, and which is really great. It's been very good for the sport overall.
I've watched a few on they do some shows in like Las Vegas and stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I've seen a few televised, and I remember the first time like watching those, what is it, Atlas stones?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching them, I'm just like, how are these guys like? How are they doing this? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yep, just like anything else, lots of practice and training and just getting strong as fuck to do it. So, you know, and what I want to point out is like, you don't have to be Hathor to pick up an Atlas stone. Like, any of you can pick up an Atlas stone. Y'all did it. You know what I mean? Like, anyone can come into our gym and pick up a stone or lift a log or whatever it is. Like, strongman is truly for everyone.
Yeah.
If you want it to be. Like, you don't have to choose that method to train strength if you want to. There's tons of other ways to do it, but it's a super fun way to do it.
That's something that I really enjoyed on Saturday when we came out there, is that, like, when you go to the gym, you think, okay, treadmill or bike, or you think like elliptical, let's do some cardio, and then you're like, all right, which weights I'm going to hit? And it's also calculated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It always seems like it's the same shit over and over again. It's very boring. Honestly, like, I think that a lot of people get out of like working out because it's just boring.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the stuff that you had us do on Saturday was so much fun.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, like, I want to walk through like what you had us do and why. But like, it was just interesting. Like we were there for what, 2.5 hours or so, 3 hours? I don't know.
2 hours.
And it seemed like it was just like no time passed. We were just having so much fun.
Right.
It was a good time.
Yeah. So we did a lot of, we specifically focused on just strongman events,
Right.
which is not what a typical day in strongman training would look like.
Yeah.
But you got to taste a little bit of everything that we do. So we lifted a log, which is, you know, this big round cylinder, the 10-inch cylinder that you press overhead. It's got handles on it. We did that a few times. We did keg
All
presses.
4 of us did that.
Right.
Yeah,
Everyone
everyone
did
did that.
And that's the thing. Like, again, I wanted to have equipment that was accessible for everyone. So we have stuff.
Even if it was the woman's log. we
it's
we
a
did
10-inch
it.
log. It's a 10-inch
We'll
log.
call it 10-inch log.
10-inch log. Yeah,
85 pounds.
And that describes the diameter of the log. It's not actually 10 inches long. That would be a very small log. That's
We
more
did
of a
put weights
stick.
on it, though.
We did put
Yeah.
weights
at one point.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to start somewhere, you know? And that's more of a technical movement. There's a clean aspect of it and a press. And
Yeah, it was definitely a learning experience. Like, figuring out the movement. Like, it took us, I don't know how many tries. I mean, once I got to the keg, well, we'll get to that. Like, I felt like I had already kind of figured it out. But it took a while, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a learning element to it as well. You know, it's very novel to most people. You're not doing that every day, pressing the big log metal
No
thing
way.
over your head. Yeah.
That's not normal.
Yeah, that's not normal at all. In my world, it's completely normal.
Right.
So, I did that last night, actually. So we did that. We pressed a keg. We ran a yoke, which is an H-frame you carry on your back. Super fun to do that.
It was what, like 10, 20 yards, something like that? You're going back and forth? I don't know how long
so
that...
it's about 50 feet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Our turf's
Yes.
about
Super fun.
That was cool.
Super fun.
Y'all ran with like over 200
That was-
pounds on your back.
That was the,
Heyo.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
that was not my favorite. It's awkward. It
It's
hurt. It
terrible.
physically hurts.
It
Like,
digs into
it
that
physically
bone
hurts,
on
yeah.
your neck.
Yeah.
Like I was taking a shower and I was like, I got a lion on my back.
Yeah.
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 You know?
Yeah, I found a bruise like right here in my forearm from I'm guessing the Atlas
stone.
stone. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
called stone. It's called the stone kiss.
Yeah.
There's stone
Yeah,
kisses.
I love it. I was
I
like,
got my
"Ah!"
stone kiss.
Yeah.
Got kissed by a stone.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's supportive gear that you can. Strongman is very much a sportive accessories, so you can wear like sleeves and stuff. And,
Yeah.
And shirts specifically designed to run the yoke, so that doesn't happen. To you,
Oh, I
but-
want to suffer.
Yeah.
Like I love it.
Yeah.
Like
The existential pain meets my physical pain.
Like-
they just
Exactly.
commune as one.
so is the pain worse like after the second day? Because like the first day hurt the worst, and the other two were fine. I was like,
No. The second day was bad.
Yeah. So some people have.
I couldn't stand up.
Some people have DOMs delayed.
Yeah, yesterday was the worst.
Soreness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a thing. That's
Yeah.
a thing. Soreness doesn't mean anything, by the way.
No.
To any of you that work out until you're sore, that you're not doing anything. Sorry.
I had to have help sitting on the toilet. It's like,
Shut.
What?
well, no, like getting down and like
Oh, I had
squatting.
I had to have help getting up.
I was like,
That was my issue, not sitting down.
Yeah. Don't call me for that. That's not a service.
Was that not part of the waiver? Like
Yeah,
we
that's
get to
not
call
part of the
you
waiver,
anytime
yeah.
we
Yeah.
sit down?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't offer
Quit calling me.
toilet assistance services by Gregg.
Oh man. It was-
Listen, for $100, maybe.
How far are you? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
10 minutes away.
Yeah.
So what was okay? So we got you sidetracked. So we did the log.
Log.
We had a
Frame deadlift.
So
Oh
frame
yeah,
deadlift,
we
okay.
picked up the frame. So a frame is a deadlift implement. It can be done. You can do multiple things with it, but we just picked it up. So a frame is like farmer's handles that are connected, and that's something you can train that pretty heavily. It's a reverse squat more than it is a deadlift, more than it's a hinge itself, and you guys probably realize that when you're having to
Oh, yeah.
drive up like you're sitting in a chair,
Yeah.
versus like bending over for a deadlift.
What was that weight we had on there?
Not
No.
much.
No,
Yeah, not much.
No, the frame itself.
We did-
The frame's over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
We did 10 on each corner, and then I think you and I did was it like
No, we had several 25. We had 25.
No,
we
yeah,
did 25s?
yeah, but y'all did the on the
35s on
we did a
On
little
the-
extra on the
on
two
the yoke
corners.
though. Y'all did the
55s.
yeah,
Yep.
and then we stepped it back to do the
Okay.
The like
For the
so you
reps,
did
yeah,
most,
yeah.
Right.
All right.
Right. Yeah. So
Okay, so then we did the keg, but we did two kegs. You had two kegs. There's like the small like soda
Oh,
keg,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then how heavy was the big one?
The big one is 115 pounds.
Yeah.
Nice.
115.
Strongman is not a sport of exact weights, so you know
It had
we'll weigh
sand.
this
It was
stuff.
heavy.
Yeah. 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 So we like to just load things with sand.
Yeah, it's
until-
like we were talking about the sandbags, and Chad was like, "That one's really heavy over there." And you picked it up. He's like, "Yeah, for maybe 250." Yeah.
It's heavy. I don't know.
yeah, whatever. Yeah, I had a scale.
I mean, just lift it.
right? Yeah, just pick it up.
And then we did one more, right?
The stones.
It was the stones.
Stones, yeah.
That was fun,
so-
too.
Yeah, so I have a bunch of like big, heavy rubber slam balls to use as stones. I don't have concrete stones right now. And then we also loaded the orb of ore a few times, which was
That one
pretty fun. Yeah, that was pretty
sucks.
fun.
We both like twice.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, y'all, and he got it. My legs were just not gonna do it. I tried, and I was just like, nah.
I'll tell you what, I was really surprised with Stark because when we were doing the log, he was kind of like, "Oh, where am I?" You know, for
Well, he didn't
also
eat.
didn't
He didn't eat
eat-
breakfast.
After he had a
True.
Rice Krispie
Yeah.
treat, he was good to go though.
that
Yeah.
treat
You
really
needed
then-
those carbs.
This guy. So I had to go look. I looked it up, but he just viper pressed the log.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
fucking.
So I looked up what it was, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
It's
That's
like
pretty
one
cool.
fluid.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's coming out of the
Yeah,
clean
you did.
straight into the press.
oh,
yeah.
okay.
You
Yeah.
all did good in different things. Not that any of y'all did bad, but I was like, okay, look at
Stark-
y'all move.
Nice.
Stark has that dark, like ragey anger
Right?
face.
Yes,
he
Yeah.
does.
That's what I love. Like those are that's the guy you're like, oh fuck. Oh.
yeah. He's like the sweetest guy ever, and like one of the most loving people you ever meet. But I don't ever want him like really angry.
You don't want him to get strong
Yeah.
because
No.
if he does get strong, then
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Yeah, he may be Batman. Like there's some Batman vibes to it. Like, yeah.
You heard it first here, buddy. Our intern is Batman.
Yep.
And
Well, you
Tim
did-
did
you
pretty
did
good
it, yeah.
too.
I was proud
you
of
were able to
myself,
get
yeah.
through everything. You did the same amount of like reps on the yoke as Stark
so,
and Javier.
well, one of the last times we went biking, and I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
So I had uncontrolled high blood pressure for a while, and not
Yeah.
Did
not
you
really,
put that on the waiver?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Not really realizing that. I'm controlled now, so it's all good. But yeah, I was like riding, and he's like, "Man, you're purple. Like my whole face is just purple."
It's like, breathe, bro.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
So I felt, yeah. I was actually really, not so. I mean, not proud of myself, but I was more of like I was worried going into it because I didn't know what to expect, and I haven't really been like a body in motion in some time now. So
Yeah.
I was, it was good. I was like, I'm really
You
wanting to
survived.
do this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just,
fun.
yeah, I've got to pay off some bills first before I can commit to. But yeah, I was telling Jesse, I was like, I definitely like found joy in this, and I really want to get back into lifting and stuff. So
Right.
Well, yeah, come check us out on a Saturday. You can come in for free.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturdays.
Just you though, nobody else.
Hey!
Especially not Batman.
He'll find all the exits and what to do and where to go and
Yeah.
where to hide or where you can hide. Or
He's gonna be in the corner. Like,
Oh my god.
it would be cool to see him jacked though. I mean, it'd be
we could do that.
We
I think we start a GoFundMe right now and we get him jacked.
I'm down for that.
make Stark Batman.
Yeah, make
just like
Stark
a make
Batman.
Stark
arms.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you have big arms, man. I
Yeah.
mean,
long arms.
just imagine
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long arms.
6'4", and
Get it right.
You're about 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
really
just-
like the
just a
Atlas
muscle?
Stone.
Yeah.
That was
Who's
my
the intern
favorite.
now?
You're in my seat.
So Stark, what was your favorite?
The Atlas Stone.
The stone?
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Yeah,
What,
totally.
what about you, Javier?
You're good at that too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're built for it.
The yoke was mine.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed
You-
like going back and forth with that.
Yeah, you're very sturdy.
Yeah. I'm very. I'm
What?
my.
Why are you laughing?
That's
You
what people
was.
like to hear. You're a sturdy man.
You are a very sturdy
my,
man.
my center of gravity is.
You're very sturdy.
I do call myself a thick boy. I am a thick boy.
No,
Two C's.
I
Two
mean, like,
C's.
no, because when people walk with the yoke, it moves, it
Oh,
sways.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a fucking pendulum, and you were just like, like,
Well, because I was just trying to breathe, and I was listening to like, if you're gonna breathe, do like a Lamaze or a Kegel. Kegel?
Wait,
I did not
what?
say
Did I use
Kegel.
the wrong-
I definitely
did I use
did
the
not
wrong-
say
This
Kegel.
is a different workout
Yeah,
that he had
no.
you doing.
Yeah, he said yes.
He said,
My-
"Breathe like you're pregnant."
Yes.
Yeah,
and
my-
I was like, okay.
My
how do
trick.
they breathe?
Well, you know when they take those classes, they talk about breathing.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
That was
I've
so
never
much
been
fun.
pregnant.
I've never been. Oh wait.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, that was the yoke and the log, but only
You were
because
really
of-
good at the log. Like we did not find anywhere
Yeah,
near a
so were
or
you.
a 2 rep
No,
map
thank
for you.
Yeah.
I was like, ah ha ha ha! It feels really good. I
Yeah.
mean, I just
I liked the keg. I didn't think that I was gonna do the gold one. Like I really
Yeah.
didn't think I was gonna
No.
knock that out, and so it just like felt good to get it over my head. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was a cool feeling.
I was telling people because they're like, did Chad beat you? I'm like, yeah, he beat me. Like because
Damn.
I think
fucking
it was
right.
We did the face-to-face stone off.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I enjoyed that. I had to tap out. I was so
You were
gassed.
spent.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. We'll get to that. What's your favorite, real quick?
Oh man, I actually enjoyed the log.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was cool.
Yep.
So it's 2022, and we have to figure out who's the funkiest Panther. We've been doing quizzes. We've been doing different things. So this time we said, okay, who's the strongest, funkiest Panther? And so Gregg ran us through. Ultimately, it ended up being Javier and I, really. So he was running Javier and I through. Some, no, I mean, y'all did fantastic. I said you did fantastic, right? But like when it came to like competing, who won?
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Everybody did so well.
Because I think we were gonna go based on like form
was it
and how we
participation
did.
trophies for
I
everybody?
don't know. We actually did 3 contests. And
Okay, so I will say that Chad beat everybody on the yoke
Yeah, I did
and
extra
the stones.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
the
and
and
the
the stones.
in the stones.
I think Javier had everybody on the deadlift
Yeah. On the
Yeah.
frame.
and on the frame and on the log and the keg. You had
I did
everybody-
the bigger keg better.
Chad did the bigger
He
keg
did the small
better.
You had more reps.
faster.
I did.
Yeah.
I
You
did
had
have
more
more
reps on the
I
keg
did.
for the minute. Right.
And I did, and I every time because I just listened to you. You're like, it has to touch the ground, and you have to go. And I felt myself bring it down, but it didn't touch. And I'm like, bringing it
Well,
up.
you
and
don't
I'm like,
say
"Ugh."
that.
Yeah, I know, but
At least he's no
I was
cheater.
but I was like, no, I got to do it over, and then I just.
All right, who won?
I think Chad won.
Yeah, I think Chad won too.
Boo!
Just
Go ahead,
because
put this on.
because he admitted he cheated. You can't admit you cheat.
Well, you know, I felt like I was like, man, I didn't go down, and I had to. I
okay.
stopped, and I.
You know, you never
was
said that
fun, though.
It was a
before.
very close contest.
no,
didn't-
usually
I didn't go
Javier
down.
does go down. Yeah,
Every
that's never
time.
been a problem for Javier.
Jokes on you.
That was fun though, and it was a good time.
All the time.
We all stayed competitive, all
Yeah.
four of us, and egging each other on, and it was fun.
And that's
It was
what-
your 70s outfit.
Yeah.
Okay, look,
It fueled
listen.
you.
I was fucking livid about this outfit situation.
'Cause you were the
Dude,
only
I told
one.
the guys
Yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks ago, I was like, look, they're going to kick our ass. It's going to be awful. Like, let's at least come in looking goofy, like with some like 80s workout attire, something bright or something stupid, headband. And so
He came in
that
a
morning,
headband.
you tried.
everyone's like, well, I don't have anything. I'm like, bitch, I've been saying this for 2 weeks.
You really should have told us because we would have went. We would have.
I should have. I would have. You've been more trustworthy.
I would have
So-
looked like Rocky.
Tim's like, hey, I got 80 stuff. I'll show up in 80 stuff.
And
I'm
I
like,
did.
Okay, perfect. So I'm not alone. So I get there, and he's literally wearing the Metallica shirt he always wears and joggers that he always wears.
Granted, that Metallica shirt's from the 80s.
He hasn't left the 80s.
Like, if you would have said that you came just as you were, no one would have thought any different. Like,
I
you
know.
just look like you normally
I
do.
know.
And I still whooped that ass.
That's fine. That's fine.
I was
You-
upset.
you-
I don't know if you could tell. I was a little
You
upset.
told me to dress like I was in the 80s, and I did.
We had so much fun though.
Yeah,
we
it was
really, really appreciate y'all. And if you haven't checked out the place, it's on Camp Bowie. What is there, like a party warehouse, CC's, Taco Cabana? It's like
We're
right.
across from Wild Acre Brewing.
Wow, yeah, it's a really
Yeah.
Did y'all hit up CC's afterwards?
Hey,
Y'all did something out in the parking lot. I saw y'all.
We went to
Oh,
CC's.
yeah.
Oh no.
Because he was like, are they still here? Like an hour later? And I was like,
yeah, we
yeah.
walked over to CC's.
They died in their car.
I wanted to go to Wild Acre, and he's like, "Well, CC's is right there."
Man,
We
Wild
could
Acre
walk."
is such a good follow-up.
Oh, yeah.
post
Oh, we
for
should have gone
So
over
is
there.
Little Germany too. Little Germany's right across. the
Right?
Yeah.
Have you had their
But
spaghetti
that's
before?
a ton of food.
Oh my gosh.
They have really good spaghetti.
He gets
way.
Italian food at the German restaurant.
It's
Hey.
spaghetti German style.
But it's
Wow.
yeah. I
Come
mean,
on.
they're Italy. It's closer than
yeah, they invaded, right? I mean, well, they were partners.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
they're partners.
In a
They were
war.
partners, yeah.
Yeah. Second place.
Yeah. We're number 2.
Yeah.
Just like you. All right. Anything else that y'all? Hey, heyo. Anything else that y'all want to mention about the gym, or you want to shout out like on social or anything like that before we start wrapping up?
Come check us out. Panther City Strength, PantherCityStrength.com, PantherCityStrength.com.
we're there pretty much every day after 4 p.m. on the weekdays, and then like 9 to 2-ish on the weekends.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, 9 to 2 p.m.
9
AM.
a.m. to 2 p.m.
9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
9 a.m.
Okay.
to 2
Yeah.
p.m.
I don't know why I thought 9 p.m. to 2
We
a.m.
pretty much live there.
We're
Yeah.
there every day.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
you were already, it sounded like, at the gym a lot. So like,
Yeah.
this is just like, you know,
Yeah.
doing your thing.
Yeah, we just hang
Yeah.
out.
I love that.
Yeah, come check. First time's free. Come check out our membership packages. We're gonna have a big grand opening, hopefully on the 26th,
Yeah, last Saturday of the month.
last Saturday of this month.
Okay.
We're Panther City Strength at pretty much all the platforms.
Yeah, like on
The Twitter.
Social media and stuff.
And the TikTok, whatever that is.
Yeah.
I don't-
Cool.
She TikToks.
I did see the video that she posted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was really cool.
Oh yeah, I'm putting together a video for y'all too.
Oh
really
no.
chill.
And then- Yeah.
Time got away from me the last 4
Selfless
days.
plug. Check out Tina Torres Photography.
Yeah.
No,
Tina,
please.
Tina Torres,
Tina
cosmetic
Torres
nurse.
Photography, yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed I was
she's
going to
super
tag you
fucking
on
good.
this, and I was like, "There's so many Tinas."
There's so many Tinas.
Yeah, my personal one's just Tina Torres.
Tina
Yeah,
is
but it's cool you
immensely
got so many
more
things going on.
talented
That's
than I
fine.
will ever be. So just so everyone knows.
Yeah, and if you need to get some cosmetic stuff done, come see her at...
Yeah, Botox and filler.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
at VIP
VIP.
Total Health. I have a little room out of their space
Nice.
where I do. You want some juicy lips? Come get some. Get you some. Never mind.
I can make you look juicy. She
Yeah.
can make your lips juicy.
Heyo, tag team it.
Yeah, really. Power couple.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Let me think. Yeah, that's it.
All of it. I'll
I
promote
love
all
the
of
photos on the Panther City Strength too. Like you take all of those,
Yeah.
obviously, and they've got like all of them. You know, you do the same thing, so it's got like this even theme throughout the Instagram. It looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay.
I mean, you do a great job. Y'all do a
Thank
great
you.
job.
Yeah,
Thank
truth be,
you.
we would not be where we are without Tina. Like I'm an idiot. I just like
I lift things over my head.
Yeah.
Look, I do electronics and I lift things.
Yeah,
That's
like if
it.
it's electricity or like strength training, I'm your guy. Or food. I'm pretty good at cooking.
So I hear.
Yeah, I like
Well,
to cook.
not
a
about
lot.
the cooking,
But
but
the food,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I like to eat it too.
He makes
so
the best cookies.
I do bake. So when COVID happened, I was like, I'm gonna make the best chocolate chip cookie because why the fuck wouldn't you, right? I figured out some other stuff too, but we can't say it on there.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
So anyway, so I cooked. I made like cookies like every day for like 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
And I'm still not tired of chocolate chip cookies. Like,
Nice.
Yeah, you'll never
It
get
was
me.
the best.
And I don't think I ever decided which one was the best.
I like the toffee ones. with
Yeah.
the chocolate.
Oh,
I
that
made like a
sounds amazing.
brown butter toffee
With some like
chocolate
Heath
chip.
bar mixed in
Yeah.
it, just all melty.
Okay, screw y'all for coming here and not bringing cookies.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't really have time. I'm a little
Doesn't sound
busy.
like you're that busy.
He's
huh?
opened a gym up. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you can do strength training and eat cookies, and that's completely okay.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's like my overall like frustration with the world.
I like that. That's another thing that I like about the gym. Like you don't have to look one way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you don't have to be, like the the smallest, buffest person in
The
the
standard,
room.
like the thing that
Yeah.
you see on magazines. You don't have to be that.
No.
No.
If
Be
you want to be
yourself.
cool, but like
Yeah.
be yourself. Like if you want something, just go fucking get it.
Yeah.
You know.
I
Come
think
as you are.
I think people that do that, like I wish they would talk to somebody about that because it's not. I mean, it's not healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, people do what they want to do, though.
True,
Some people want to.
100%,
Some
yeah,
people strive
yeah.
for it.
No
It is what it
shade,
is.
no
No,
shade.
no, not
but
at all. Not at all.
yeah.
You know, and the other thing that's important to say is like it's all a journey, and like because you start down one path doesn't mean you have to continue going down that path, and that applies to strength training, it applies to anything in life too. It could be school. I mean, I changed my major like 5 fucking times because I took one goddamn philosophy class, and I was like, I'm a philosopher now. and
I think it's philosophizer. is the-
philosophizer. Yes, yeah.
Socrates.
So yeah,
So great. So great.
Socrates. Yeah, and then I discovered existentialism, and I was really fucked. And that changed my entire life, but that's another story. Yeah, like if you start something and you just like I had a conversation today with a young guy who was like, I don't know if I should do powerlifting or strongman. I was like, why don't you fucking just do both of them?
Why not?
Like, who gives? You're the fucking adult. Like, you can do whatever you want.
You're a grown ass man.
Yeah. So like, but meet the minimum criteria of being human, and that's like moving,
Right.
you know, and like drink some water and eat a vegetable every once in a while. But you don't have to beat yourself up because you didn't make it to the gym 6 days this week. Like you're gonna be okay.
Right.
So just take care of yourself. You know.
Yeah. Love that. Awesome.
Yep. That's what we're here for.
That's a good
Really
way to.
appreciate y'all.
good
y'all
way to
coming
end it.
on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Bye.
Two shout outs I want to do real
Yeah.
quick though. One, Abe, because we love him first
Yes,
off, and then
thank
also
you.
because he introduced us to you both.
Yeah.
And so appreciate you, Abe. You're the man now, dog.
Shut
And then also Daniel Jervis, who does he did the
Oh,
art on
yeah.
your wall, and apparently a lot of art on both of
He's
you.
done all of mine.
He
That's so
did
cool.
that one, the ship
Ooh,
on
he
me.
loves those boats.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
Loves
saw
boats.
him for. Anyways,
Oh,
go ahead,
nice.
sorry.
Yeah, big fan of Daniel. You mentioned, y'all should have him on. Honestly, probably
You
should.
should.
Like
Yes.
he's
Super
he's-
fucking
Please.
weird.
He's
I
super
love you,
He's-
Daniel.
but he's so much
you're
fun to
so
talk to.
fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
He's
Yeah.
a cool guy.
Got to go back to him.
Daniel was the first person that threw up at our gym.
Yeah.
And now everyone knows.
And now everyone, I'm fine with it. I'm really okay with it.
I'm sure he is.
He wore it like a band.
made
He
it
also
outside.
left his shoes at the gym for like weeks.
Oh my
And we were
God.
like, just
Yeah.
do you need them? And he was like, what?
Just throw them away. And I was like, I'm not throw this man's
No.
shoes away. That's what you wanted to do.
They were just on the floor.
Yeah.
We don't have a big
I don't know.
space.
I don't know what to
Right.
do with another man's shoes.
I mean, at that point, yeah, you
He
probably
came and
just
picked them up.
toss
He
them.
picked them up.
Okay,
A
that's
month,
great.
like a
Good
month
to
We love
hear.
you,
later.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel's a good friend.
And, okay.
We love you,
Second
Greg.
shout
Maybe not
out.
anymore.
No, that was the second. First
Okay.
Abe, second one was Daniel.
Abe.
But we really appreciate y'all coming on. We appreciate you taking care of us on Saturday. We've had so much fun.
Yeah.
Y'all are both badass, like legit
Cool.
good people, and we appreciate you. And everyone, go follow him on Instagram at Panther City Strength and all the social medias. You can also find him again on Camp Bowie, right across from the Wild Acre Brewing, the second Wild Acre, the foodie one. But yeah, anything else, gentlemen? Woo! No, Javier, Tim.
Stay
No.
good.
Yes.
No. All right, everybody, stay good.
Stay
I'm
away
Chad,
from Stark.
Batman. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
I'm Stark.
And we are
the Funky Panther. Brought to you by the most beautiful baby.
That's right.